friends, can we hear me? Oh my gosh, 2 seconds ago, I suddenly had the worst technical difficulties. Nothing was working. My thingy, my microphone was just like echoing constantly. I have no idea if you guys can hear me now. That was frustrating. Like Mr. Ranger Lab said, maybe I inherited technical difficulties from our good pal DC. That was so frustrating. And I was like, I'm so excited. Can we hear me? I'm going to wait until you guys can confirm. It's okay if the audio is kind of shitty. I'm surprised. My face is even showing on the screen right now. I'm shocked. So can you guys confirm that you can hear me semi-decently, like enough to enjoy the video? I'm looking at the audio right now. It says my default Yeti Nano mic is working. There's the little green buttons. And yeah, like the speaker looks like it's working. It looks like it's working. Yay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Can hear you and see you. Okay, good. Okay, I can hear. Okay, Charlie said we can hear. Yay. Oh my gosh. I hated that. It's so stressful because like I actually had people waiting for me, right? And I'm just like super late. So I'm really sorry about that. But thank you to my friends here for Lori and Amanda, Mr. Ranger Lab and Charlie and PH Actress. All you guys being very patient and lovely and letting me know that you can hear me. I don't know what happened. I like nudged a cord and then it all went to hell. It all went to hell, man. I was like, what is going on right now? I still have a little device not connected thing that I don't know what it's referring to, like on my end. Yes, these things happen. It's annoying though. I don't like it, but yes, you are right. Thank you, Mr. Ranger Lab. I really appreciate that. So today I've been really excited to I'm going to put my hair in a ponytail. I'm going to take myself off camera because I got hot and stressed when I was trying to figure out my sound in my life. Okay, Lori said I couldn't make any of that stuff at all. Oh, like you couldn't make the stuff work at all? Oh, yes, it's tough. And then, Aya, hey Aya, so nice to see you. Perfect timing. I needed something for my fancy grilled cheese snack. It was fried bologna, fried egg, sriracha mayo, and 2 slices of cheddar cheese. Woo! That sounds amazing. The pitfalls of live streaming, for sure, Charlie, for sure. All right, so I'm excited to talk about a new to me MLM coach named Rachel Perry. Yes, Rachel Perry. And this is a recent recruiting team building challenge that she had inside of her Facebook group. I'm always looking for new coaches, and I'm definitely going to do more Brian Carruthers. I'm going to do more Rachel Perry. I have other people in my phone that I'm really excited to do. I feel like the coaches are definitely my favorite part, my favorite thing to cover. So I hope you enjoy the video. I'm so glad you guys can hear me okay. This is so fun. Okay, where's my mouse? And Aya, you didn't miss anything because I was like 10 minutes late because out of nowhere, my microphone was screaming at me and my camera wouldn't turn on. So you want a thriving team, but where do you start? Start here, mama. No, thank you. The Direct Sellers Team Building Bootcamp, a 5-day workshop that will unleash the unstoppable leader within you. Now, this is taken from a video that was just kind of playing in the background, but I can't play videos on this computer. It would mess up. So I just thought I paused it, and then I was like, I could zoom in on this if I can. And we could try to read what this says. I'm taking my face off the computer because this is not working. Okay. We're just going to keep it simple today. I'm not sure if she's associated with any other MLM, Mr. Ranger Lab, but that is a really good Good question. Oh my God, Monica, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm so excited to see you. Hello. Hello. Can't wait. Thank you for being here. Right? Mama? Yes, don't call me Mama. No, thank you. So this is from within one of her resources that she's going to provide. So this is just for objection handling. The objection: your prospect says she's not good at sales. Response: girl, I'm not either. Which is why I think it's about more by sharing, not selling. That helps a lot. That didn't make any sense. But they always say, you're not selling, you're sharing. No, you're selling, and you're sharing with the purpose of selling, right? So it's not different. You are sharing to sell, so you're a salesperson, and that's okay. Just be a salesperson. Prospect says she's not interested right now. No, she's just not interested. Don't harass her, please. I totally understand. No worries. Do you want me to touch base with you in a few months to see if things have changed? Sure. But are you going to actually respect that if they say, no, I don't want you to touch base with me? Or are you going to keep harassing them again and again? Prospect doesn't have money to get started. Oh, I hate this one so much. No. Well, I hear you can sell just about anything on Facebook Marketplace these days. LOL. Seriously though, there are lots of ways to come up with the investment if you want. I'd be happy to help you come up with a plan. No, if you don't have the money to spend on an MLM, if you're not financially able to join an MLM, don't do it. Don't sell stuff. Don't take parts out of your budget. Don't spend less on food. Don't get rid of your date nights with your spouse. Just don't do it. That's so predatory. Prospect doesn't have the time. Oh girl, I hear you. There just isn't enough time in a day, right? You know, a lot of consultants actually do this alongside their full-time jobs. The beauty of this business is that you can put in as little or as much as you want and still be successful. That's not true. If you work like an hour a day, you are not going to make any money, and you know that. I'm just trying to zoom out. There you go. I hate when they say that. I hate when they say, you don't even have to work that much and you'll still make money. It's like, no, I will not. I will not. And you know that. Oh, Monica said it's been a very hectic couple of weeks. Aw, I'm glad you are here. It's so nice to see you. And I hope you're doing okay. And thank you for joining. Hi, Rosie Posey. Thank you for being here. Can I take out a loan for this fantastic business opportunity? Perhaps. They would probably ask you to, right? They'd say, if you are really dedicated, if you really want to change your life, you will do whatever it takes. Which one of your options could be taking out a loan. Let's see if I can turn my face back on and I won't freeze. I'm still freezing. Okay, camera off. Maybe I'll just keep the camera off. Yeah, if they call me back to follow up, I'll block them. Same, Monica, same. I know you were joking, but I feel like someone would say, oh, just like take out a loan, ask your grandma for money. Okay. You love your business, you're obsessed with your products, but ... you're ready to level up in a big way. And you know, building a team is the way to get there. Interesting. Why aren't you saying you should build a team and sell products to real retail customers? So funny how the focus of every single MLM coaching thing is always on recruitment, but they never call it recruitment. They call it sponsoring, they call it team building, but they never just say recruitment, because the recruitment aspect of the MLM is what makes it, in my opinion, a pyramid scheme. I'm looking at the camera like you guys can see me, but you can't. But how do you find prospects, and like good ones that won't ghost you? If you keep getting ghosted, maybe you should look inward and see why people keep ignoring you, and maybe think about like if you're doing the right thing. How do you avoid word vomiting over anyone who shows interest? Should you be talking about it on social media? What platforms? How often? What should you say when talking about your business opportunity? Should you talk about the business to everyone? How do you find team members who want to work? Sell everything I have to scrape together the cash, work extra on top of my full-time job, and spend my spare time sharing with strangers? Wow, sign me up. Sarcasm. And we don't only have to get the money to enter the MLM, but we need to continue to fork over money. So if we're living paycheck to paycheck, how are we going to find that money again the next month? Right? Because we have to buy our products the next month too. Why do we know that team building is the way to get there? You guys are so sassy. Yes, sell your breast milk. Sell your breast milk, totally, right? Yeah, Mr. Ranger Lab, I would suggest selling something instead of a loan. Oh, you guys are funny. Yes, exactly. Not only are we volunteering for an MLM, Monica, but we are paying to volunteer, which is a little bit strange. Where's my mouse? Here's my mouse. Doesn't it feel like there's so many things to consider when building a team? Oh man, have I been there. If you're new to me, what's up, my friend? My name is Rachel Perry, and I'm a business coach for direct sellers who want to make more money and build their team using the no pressure approach. Trademark. When I started my direct sales business in 2007, I had no idea how to grow my business, let alone how to build a team. But after watching what other successful direct sales leaders were doing and investing in my own personal development, I figured out the secret to growing a motivated direct sales team. The problem is you're being taught by your company, heck, even by industry leaders, that the way to grow a team is to become that direct seller. You know what I'm talking about. The direct seller who annoys and spams anyone who will look at them with a business opportunity. The direct seller who you hide from, at Target for fear they'll ask you to join their team. The direct seller who only talks about themselves and their business, but that's not the secret of growing a team. I love what Charlie just said. Soon there'll be more coaches than Huns, right? Every MLM coach everywhere claims to have the secret to social media. They claim to be the only ones who are doing it differently. Beach Boss influencers say, never prospect again, never post about your products on social media, just use attraction marketing. Fraser Brooks also coaches the exact same thing. They all talk about how interesting and unique they really are. However, you're all coaching the same thing. You all have the exact same lessons. You are all telling people to do the exact same thing. Just like what I was saying when was your secret to Beachbody success or something, where people who weren't Beachbody coaches had their own Beachbody coach training company. And I was saying, if the thousands of coaches who are in that company are all being told to do the same thing, how are you actually supposed to stand out, right? And so if you are an MLM distributor and you are getting coaching from Rachel Perry, Sarah Robbins, Fraser Brooks, any of the people we've covered on this channel, you're all being taught the same thing. So how are you supposed to stand out from the hundreds of thousands of other people getting the exact same coaching as you are, but just from a different person? Because it's all exactly the same. I could talk about this forever. And everyone is that direct seller, because maybe nowadays you're not being taught to just walk up to someone and say, hey, buy my product. But we all know, direct sellers or network marketers, MLMers now are instead being taught to pretend that you care about the person, to pretend to show interest in their life, and then swoop in for the kill. It's still bad. Those are equally as bad. You could even argue that the current approach is worse. Monica said oversaturation. Exactly, Monica. But that's not the secret to growing a team. Want to know what is? Building relationships. But they're fake transactional relationships. And are you going to be this person's friend if they say no, or if they quit your downline? I don't think so. Drink break. I'm frustrated. I always get frustrated with like the really tame topics. I just read a website, but then I feel like I get the most annoyed. I got a drink that's been in my fridge for a while and it tastes kind of weird. I don't know if I want to drink it all. We'll see. I've cracked the code to building awesome relationships that make for a super successful and super motivated team. And I'm gonna share it with you during the team building bootcamp. Wow, I can't wait. I'm annoyed. Here's the truth, friend. If you're going to build a motivated downline, then you're going to have to get real about, well, business. It doesn't matter how much you love your product and company. If you don't know how to get out of your head, consistently attract the right people, share your business, and build a strong and motivated downline, your business isn't going anywhere. She's not wrong about building a strong and motivated downline, because if your downline isn't constantly recruiting, isn't constantly teaching the people in their downline to recruit and so on, then you don't have a business. So it's always interesting how they inadvertently tell us that without a downline contributing to your overall volume, you're screwed and you're not making any money. Successful direct sales leaders know that in order to build a profitable business that doesn't include you working 24/7, begging for customers, or chasing prospects, you have to have 3 things in place: a clear vision, a simple and repeatable way to connect and relate to prospects, a no-pressure approach to sharing the business. Mr. Ranger Lab said, get out of your head. What does that mean? MLM, of course, the only reason that we're not recruiting people to join our downline is that there is some kind of mental block. We have a mindset problem. We are just manifesting that negative result into our business. So, of course, for us to be successful, we have to manifest people joining our team, and we have to have a positive attitude and a positive mindset. Yes, it's the exact same. She's saying the same thing that others have said before. Yeah, it's very similar. It's very similar. I think it all follows the pretty much the same outline, but just worded slightly differently. And I just wonder, like Rachel Perry, Sarah Robbins, Ray Higdon, how many people do they actually have in their business, in their coaching business? Because yeah, like Charlie said, at some point there's going to be more coaches than MLM distributors, right? And I'm going to do a video on, in brackets, Big Al Schreider. Because when I'm doing research on MLM coaches, I keep seeing his name come up. And like, he's quite old. He's probably in his like late 70s. But when I'm listening to other MLM coaches speak, they always bring up Big Al Schreider as well. So we're going to do that. I'm really excited. She acknowledges that people don't like Huns and don't want to sign up for MLMs. Yes, but doesn't admit that it means that Huns won't be successful. Exactly. Got to get out of my... Oh, what is that? What song is that, Lori? That's funny. I don't know what song that is, though. Doesn't get out of your head just means stop overthinking. I stop thinking at all. Yeah, you're probably right. But in my brain, I could be wrong. In the M1 context, I think it could also mean, like, get out of your own way and, like, manifest positive things. What do you think? I feel like you're right, Rosie. I feel like I'm thinking too much into it. I know that one. Dating myself. Oh, Charlie knows that one, too. Little Anthony and the Imperials. When was it released? How old is that song? Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in your vision, if you don't know how to connect with prospects, and if you aren't sharing your business opportunity with the people who actually want to build, your business isn't going to get very far, right? Take it from someone who has seen just about every strategy out there. Once you have these 3 ingredients nailed down, you're well on your way to building a motivated downline that will help you build a business that gives you the income and the impact you've always wanted. So let's do this. So the only way for us to get a business that we've always wanted is to build a huge ass downline that spends their money. Thank you, Rachel. We knew that. I hate how every coach and MLM higher up pretends that they've invented something brand new just because they're putting their own branding on it. It's crazy that they don't seem to feel bad about it. And her training that she sold here, it's a 5-day boot camp. I think it's $17 US. That's actually reasonable for most people, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Like, at least for me, back in the day, I could have afforded $17, even though I wasn't making any money. But there are others that are like $90, $100, $5,000 a year. And it makes me so sad to think that these are people who are already losing money in their MLM, and then they're forking out even more with the promise that Ray Higdon is the only person who can help them. But it's not going to make a difference. And it's sad. It's a whole scam within a scam. I think that's why it's fascinating to me. Out of the 60s, at least, I was not alive then. How can it take 5 days to learn this stuff? We're going to see. She's going to give us an introduction to the Direct Sellers Team Building Bootcamp. Sorry, drink break. Maybe with my camera off, I'll say drink break so you know why I'm silent. Okay. The Direct Sellers Team Building Bootcamp. A 5-day boot camp to help you get clear on your vision, attract new prospects, and add motivated consultants to join your team. I think the one MLM coach that we've covered here that I think was actually pitching something relatively new for an MLM coach. Do you guys remember Rob Sperry, who in one of his coaching programs was giving the people a personality test to understand like how they learn and how they interact with people, so he can try to, which is according to what he was saying, so he can try to tailor his approach with them. He's the only one that I can think of that actually introduced something a little bit creative, a little bit new. The others have not. The others, it's always exactly the same. Okay. So yeah, you can see it was August 28th to September 1st. So let's learn what's inside this boot camp. Let me try to, there you go, that's better. I can see it. Okay. This 5-day boot camp is designed to help you get crystal clear on the 3 most important ingredients to growing your downline. Your mindset, attracting the right people who want to join your team, sharing the business opportunity. From establishing your mindset around sponsoring to adding dream team members to your downline, by the end of our time together, you'll have your game plan locked in and ready to go. So you can finally stop stressing, start adding new motivated consultants to your team, and live that leader life. In MLM, the only way to be a leader is if you have people in your downline. It doesn't matter how you treat them. It doesn't matter if you actually lead them at all. You just need to have a downline, and then you're automatically considered a leader. Oh yeah, so adding dream team members. In MLM, you can just have a couple people who take off underneath you, directly underneath you, and then you could be set for as long as they stay in the company. So that's another red flag. If you have one person, that one person could have 10,000 people underneath them, and they can make you a millionaire. Okay, if Body's so great, then why is she compelled to go coach? Money, of course. I don't think she's in Body. I don't actually know if she's in an MLM right now, but your comment still stands, right? If you made so much money in MLM, then why are you coaching, right? And if you've been around for a while, my first ever Beach Boss Influencers stream, I guess, we're looking at the website and it was saying we were in debt in our MLM. There's a group of 5 women. We went into debt and we had to work our way out. Well, why would we get MLM coaching from you if you went into debt, right? Why would we do that? Lori said it is a morning at the most. You don't think they need the 5 days? They always do the same BS, scam people twice. Exactly. Good question, Charlie. I love that. Yeah. So if we're getting our coaching from Rachel or Sarah or the Beach Boss influencers, then what is our upline doing? Is our upline also coaching us? I think your upline just yells at you. That's funny, Lori. So here's what we're getting inside the boot camp. 5 days of live training to take you from unsure to empowered and confident when sharing your business. Each day, I'll be going live inside our members-only Facebook group. It's a Facebook group, guys, because no one else has Facebook groups. To help you work through the trainings, I've taken my experience as a direct seller and as a coach, and I've distilled them into the essential steps you can take right now to add new members to your downline. Let me shorten the learning curve for you. And then they wonder, with this kind of language, they wonder why people assume that success is going to come easy to them, because she just told us, I'm going to give you the steps, you put them into action, you will add new team members. But then I feel like if people come to her and say, I have not added any new team members with your training, then they could come back and say, oh, well, that's because you're just lazy or you're not putting enough time and effort into it. Why do you think this is easy money? But then me as her client, I could say, well, you told me if I just followed your steps, then I would add new team members, right? Okay, here's a sneak peek at what you can expect. Lori, I guess you can't do the training. That's too bad, right? You're going to miss out. Create your vision, friends, because no one else has ever told us to create our vision in an MLM before, right? Drink break. Yeah, I don't like this drink, but I'm going to finish it anyways because it's here. One of the biggest mistakes direct sellers make is that they don't create a vision for their business, and it leaves them struggling to figure out what they want to build and how they're going to get there. On day one, we're going to get crystal clear on your 3-year vision for your business so you know who you're going to help, how much money you're going to make, and how to get there. I think it's important for nonprofits, companies of any kind, to have a mission to guide their work, how they treat people, how they interact in their community. But your mission statement, your values as an organization needs to be backed up with action steps, with activities to actually nurture that environment. And creating a vision without a plan to implement your vision is useless. I think we talked about this in my Origami Owl video, where the CEO was saying their vision is like empower people. And I'm thinking, okay, well, how are you going to actually make sure your vision comes to life within your business, right? Lori's reading the brochure is enough to teach us everything. I love that. That's so funny. You're probably correct. So this is the part that I think is a little bit problematic. Most direct sellers are taught to share why they chose the company they rep. But what if you shared a more compelling story that literally captured and moved your prospects into joining your team because they envisioned themselves in your story? Inside this training, you're going to get clear on your signature story so that you never have to worry about knowing what to say and how to say it, no matter who you're talking to. So we have to share a story that's compelling enough to move and compel our prospects to join our team. My question is, what if we don't have a signature story that actually relates to our prospect story and that doesn't pull on their emotions? I wonder if we're taught to first try to get snippets and bits and pieces of our prospect stories and then adapt or make up parts of our own so that we make the prospect emotional or sad, or think that, oh my goodness, this person actually knows what I'm going through, they can relate to me, I need to join their downline so I can continue to have this person as a friend, right? I don't like that. I think the story part in MLM is just very toxic, because if your story is actually true, in my opinion, I think people are pressured to share their story before they're actually ready. Yeah, Rosie, exactly. Make one up, find one in a book, and adapt it for oneself. Exactly. And anyone who wants to share, either in the live chat or later, Have you been in an MLM before? And if so, were you ever taught to kind of fudge parts of your story to make it seem more dramatic, maybe, or more compelling for your prospects? But if you don't want to share that, that's totally fine. No worries. We need a story to entice people because the actual business opportunity is not very enticing. Exactly. And if we need to craft a signature story that isn't fully true, potentially, to get people to join our business, that should be a red flag. Why do we need to manipulate people if our business opportunity is just so life-changing? Right? Like, we shouldn't have to convince people, but we do. Sharing the business. There are so many ways you can go about sharing the business, and a lot of them are spammy, annoying, and full of pressure. Gag me with a spoon. Ugh. I'm here to tell you there's a better way. No more cold calls, no more weird, awkward DMs, no more stiff, boring opportunity presentations. During day 3, I'll teach you a new and engaging strategy that is totally no pressure, totally fun, and totally you. This method has the power to completely change your sponsoring game and attract the right prospects who are the right fit for your team. So, of course, in order to make her service seem more appealing, we have to put down the tactics that every single network marketer ever has used at some point in their lives. Why are we assuming that just because someone's sending a DM that it's automatically weird and awkward? And why are we assuming opportunity presentations are always stiff and boring? I think they're fascinating because I love listening to that stuff, but everyone does opportunity presentations. The people who are looking into buying this training, they do opportunity presentations. So why are we shitting on the basic tactics that this industry teaches? And of course, we're also hiding your one big secret, right? Do you remember, what did I call it? Like the super secret business opportunity or something, when the person said, I have the most amazing opportunity for you to make passive money online, but I'm not going to tell you until you buy my course. That's what this reminds me of. Personally, my story is my own and no one else has a right to it. Exactly, Rosie. And it's sad if people are pressured into sharing their story before they're ready, because that could really hurt someone mentally. I think it could just re-traumatize someone all over again, especially if you're in an environment where you're not sure if you can trust people or someone may judge you. It could just make it worse. So many Amway stories are made up. I've heard my father say some weird things on the phone with prospects. Really? Oh my goodness. That's so interesting. Business should not intertwine with personal sob stories. Exactly. There are no ways of sharing the business that aren't spammy, annoying, or full of pressure, because if they're not full of pressure, they're more manipulative, right? Like the ones that we've seen from our Amway friends where they teach us how to prospect, and the one, I think it was Bert Gerlich, who pretended to be friends with a variety store owner for an entire year, saying, hey, want to look for a business opportunity together? We can get rich. And then he would go back like every single week saying, did you find anything yet? And then he eventually said, hey man, I found it. It's called Amway. Let's go. Right? That's not full of pressure, but you're pretending to be someone's friend for a year. The Amway prospecting strategies we've heard, not full of pressure, but it's like using your cute kid to introduce yourself to your prospects. Not full of pressure, but I think it's even worse because people aren't going to know that you're actually prospecting them. She's going to tell us what to do, but it will be totally us. Brilliant point. I've said this before, but exactly. Why do we need to make up stories? Exactly, Charlie. Oh, okay. Drink break. My weird tasting drink. I hope my audio is still okay. You guys are like interacting with what I'm saying, so I'm assuming it's good. I'm assuming you can hear me. Day 4 and 5, building your team. After crafting your unique signature story and unlocking the secrets of the no pressure approach trademark to share your business, get ready to embark on an incredible journey. On days 4 and 5, I'll help you perfect your sponsoring strategy so you can become a team building machine. You'll walk away with a beautifully crafted blueprint tailored specifically to help you reach your sponsoring goals. You'll break through whatever roadblocks have been holding you back so you can unleash the team leader you truly are. So, Charlie, let me see if my camera will work. Okay. Hello? See, I'm still freezing. What the heck? Can we see this? No. So, what does it taste like? I don't even know. Let me read it. It's lemonade something, thyme, sparkling infusion, and the drink. It says it contains fish in it, which is a little bit strange. I don't know why it tastes bad. Like, it's kind of like pop, but not. It has a little bit of a weird, aftertaste to it. Yeah, I get this snack box once a month, and it has, a bunch of Canadian brands for, healthy-or-ish snack foods, like healthier chips and crackers and stuff. And that's what this came in that. Contains fish. I'm going to turn my camera off. Right? The aftertaste could be the fish. Yeah, it says contains fish, halibut, safe, and then something else. Not halibut, sorry, haddock. I like haddock. It doesn't taste like bad. I don't think I'll get this stuff again. After crafting your unique signatures, we already did that. Yeah, we read this already, and I just got distracted by trying to show you my drink with my shitty camera. What was I going to say? So apparently this beautifully crafted blueprint is going to be tailored specifically to us, but I wonder, are you going to make a different, unique blueprint for each person in your Facebook group, or is it going to be just one general document that you're going to send out? Okay, so there's something about the Facebook group. How are the fish flavors involved? I don't know. That's a great question. The brand is called Raid. It's like RAD8, like the number 8. Yeah. Good questions. Yeah. I like the snacks that I get in my snack box. Sometimes the drinks are kind of weird, though. I love how you guys are so fascinated by my bad drink. So, if you guys are Daniel Ryan fans, in a recent live stream, okay, is it warning contains fish, or now with the added taste of fish, it makes a difference? You guys are funny. It just say contains fish. So, because there's the ingredients, and there's like a bunch of ingredients listed, and then underneath it says contains fish. So yeah, I don't really know, yeah. It's not a warning, though. Yeah, I might not finish it. I might pour it out, but if I'm thirsty, I'll finish. Daniel Ryan, she has said in some of the live coaching webinars, it's not actually live, that they'll pre-record it, and then they'll even program the live chat in advance. And so you could be in these and thinking you're asking questions, and the person is just not answering you. It's because they're not actually live, and all of those chats are pre-developed, they're predetermined. And I thought that was fascinating. Okay, so the brand, you guys are so funny. It's called RAD8. The number 8. Yeah, and it's kind of like a weird health drink, I think, for sure. the description, nourish your radiance daily with our sustainable, synergistic blend of clinically proven collagen complex, vegan booster, and more. And what else? And then on the front it says collective collagen, liquid lumento, C buckhorn, vitamin C, and then underneath it says glow, radiate every day. And what else? Yeah. It says it's sustainable ingredients, and then some of the other ingredients: brewed C buckhorn tea, marine collagen complex, natural flavors, cane sugar, lemon juice concentrate, memento blend, vitamin C. I love how you guys are so fascinated by this. This makes me happy. Yeah, probably collagen from the fish. Yeah, exactly. Okay. If someone is telling me sad stories, I'll get uncomfortable, especially coming from a stranger. My first thought would be, what does this have to do with business? Exactly. If it's from like a spouse or best friend, that would be different. But from someone you don't know telling you potentially traumatic events that have happened in their life, it's a bit strange. It's a bit strange, and it could be a bit off-putting, right? Oh, I love my snack box. It's amazing. It's amazing. So many good snacks in there. I'm a snacker. I love crackers and like granola bars. And I love like most of the stuff is just like lower sodium. That's how it like gets into the snack box. It's just like slightly healthier versions of crackers and chips and stuff. All right. And Monica, do you mean here? Like you could probably get a drink like this in an MLM, but it would be like $50 for a pack of 8 or something. And all of the brands that end up in this snack box are like, I think they're Canadian brands. I think I may be wrong. I'll type it in for you. Balance snack box. I love it, Rosie. It's so good. Okay. So you get a bunch of bonuses. Of course you do, right? Oh, and Rosie, if you're not in Canada, I don't think you can get the Balanced Snack Box because I think they just ship to Canada. So you get your 24 conversation starters. Apparently it's worth 197 American dollars. Yeah, Rosie, I don't remember if you're in Canada or not. So I don't know if you could get it. I'm handing over 24 conversation starters to help you get comfortable sharing your business with anyone who has shown interest in joining your team. This verbiage. Oh, you are in Canada, Rosie. Awesome. Yay. Cool. I didn't realize. Maybe I knew that, but I just didn't remember. The verbiage is situation and relationship specific, so you'll never get tongue-tied again. Wow. It just shows how genuine and real these conversations are, right? That we can't just come up with them ourselves. We have to have a conversation starter from Rachel Perry. And I wonder what kind of conversation starters are in there, right? Oh, there is a US version for Balanced Snack Box? How interesting. I didn't realize. Cool. And you can get different sizes of the snack box. Like I used to get the individual size ones where you got little bags of things. And then I was like, hey, I like this. I want the bigger size. And then there's a bigger size that I think would be good for like if you have a couple kids because it comes with like 9 or 10 big bags of snacks. So I think that would be good if you have a family. Your prospect and downline tracker drink break. By the end of the boot camp, that should be a comma. Friend, comma. You're going to start filling your pipeline with prospects, but many direct sellers drop the ball with follow-up. Fraser Brooks says the gold is in the follow-ups. plural, because just one follow-up is not going to do shit for you. Follow-up is key. This tracker will help you stay organized and on top of the personal details of each prospect that matter when it comes to building relationships for the long haul. With this handy tool, you'll never drop the ball on an opportunity to add a new team member again. That's great. Plug and play new team member welcome packet. Oh, I don't like this part. Many direct sellers overshare information when onboarding new team members, forgetting to take the time to get to know them. This ends up with new consultants feeling overwhelmed and disconnected. I'm a big believer when you take the time to get to know your downline and your goals, you get motivated and enthusiastic team members who are all in. In this plug-and-play packet, I give you everything you need to make sure your new reps feel like they're an important part of the team. You'll get to know your team members in a fun and unexpected way. So they're only an important part of the team because they're contributing to your volume, and they're going to be members of your downline that are more important than others. Say if you are a 10-star diamond Beachbody coach, you're going to devote more time to your coaches who are at least a diamond level and above, because if those people drop, then your rank and your income also drops. You're going to spend more time with a diamond coach versus an emerald coach, just because that's how the compensation plan works. And you want them to feel like they're an important part of your team, so they'll continue to put money into the system and continue to contribute to your paycheck. So in my opinion, what she calls this plug and play packet, just used to manipulate your downline to make them feel like they've made a new friend, that you actually value them, so they stay in longer. I don't like that at all. Apparently, the Business Bootcamp workbook is only worth $47. Interesting. Who doesn't love a good workbook? Who love a workbook? I don't love a workbook. No, thank you. This beautifully branded workbook will help you get the most out of our time together by giving you prompts and space to take notes. Get this for free when you claim your ticket to the bootcamp today. I've said this 100 times before. Why do we need all of this extra support for us to be successful in our job? In any job, we do need to have training. We do need to have professional development. But in my opinion, I have never had this amount of training before. And I think I would start to get burnt out if I was expected to just constantly train. Because also, I don't have enough tasks in my job that I would require this much training for. Oh, Rosie adores workbooks. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm just not a workbook person. During COVID, I tried to be like an activity book person. I got like word searches. I got like Sudoku things and like different activity books because I thought it'd be a good way to spend my time. And I was really into it for a little bit, and then I just kind of dropped off. So now I have a big bag full of like little journal things and word searches. And what kind of workbooks do you, Rosie, Posey, and PH Actress like? Are they like fill in the blank things or planners? Like, what kind do you enjoy? It is crappy training for sure. I completely agree. Pop-up Facebook group for support and accountability. That's not a bonus, though. It's not a bonus if the whole challenge, the whole bootcamp is within the Facebook group. You love all those? Nice. What's your favorite kind? I enjoyed the Sudoku ones, but I couldn't do it. I can't do Sudoku. It's hard. Oh, and a lot of my workbooks are like half full now. All right. Becky said it's not your typical training. Yes, it is. There is a daily learning objective, and if there are questions from 2 days ago, they are answered on the live when asked. I've been joining the lives on my lunch break. because their energy makes you want to show up each day for lives. My biggest takeaway aha moment has been that I have a superpower. I guess you have a superpower. All of them. I like blank books, dotted books, word search, crosswords, Sudoku, sketchbook. Oh yeah, nice. DIY, stuff like that. Even the crappy ones. Oh, cool. I also love planners, but I'm also really picky about which ones I use for me. Oh, nice. That's so cool. You like Jumble? Is Jumble one of those like word games? I don't think I played that before. I like to listen before the lives. It gives me that uninterrupted talk I want to hear. I don't take notes, just listen. Then the live sinks in even more as I take the notes and read the comments. So not everyone can learn like that though. So is she listening to the live before the live? I don't really understand that. Because if I were to just sit there and listen to a live, the moment I'm off that live, I forgot everything. I would not have learned anything. Okay, thank you for everything. The whole experience was life-changing. So much so, I took a huge uncomfortable leap and can't wait to join you in Direct Seller to CEO. See you soon. Do you think Direct Seller to CEO is another MLM training thing from Rachel Perry? I wonder. Everything I think of involves being in the physical presence of people or something I'm not good enough at to be an expert. I love being in the workshop and listening to Rachel's direction, guidance, and enthusiasm for all things network marketing. I just cannot clear my head enough to find my niche. I'm a talker and inspirer. Is that a word? Inspirer, but I cannot dig deeply enough to find how that could be my online business. All of you are so inspiring. I hope to see you in my newsfeed someday. That's fair. That's fair that it's hard to find your niche. I see my connection is bad. I hope my friends can hear me. It's fair that it's hard to find your niche because I'm thinking of what my niche would be. I like working out. I like to ride bikes. I like to read. I like to watch TV and movies. I like to go for dinner with my husband. What else? So is my niche people who like to go out for dinner with their spouse? Like, what would my niche be? I don't know what my niche would be. Anyone in the chat who would know how to find that out for themselves? Like, do you know what your niche would be? Don't tell me if you don't want to answer. That's totally fair. But I just think like the average person who is not a social media influencer would be really hard to figure that out for sure. Lily said my niche should be other hermits. Okay, so Charlie, Lori, and Rosie said, what was it? Direct Seller to CEO. Oh, also programmed by Rachel Perry. Okay. Maybe we'll Google that one and we'll look at that. But I wonder how different it would be, right, between that and this one. Because, like, it's probably the exact same content, but Direct Seller to CEO is probably a lot more expensive. I have about a dozen niches, really. That's funny. I'm glad you would know what yours is, because I would have no idea. No idea. I do like the pink. 1 second. I love me a nice pale pink. I just think it's a lovely color. My rings are like rose gold, which I love. So I do like how this website looks, but I'm not a graphic designer, so I don't know if this is actually a well-designed website. Yeah, Rosie, how do you choose when you have a dozen niches? Okay, my computer's being annoying. That is what has always held me back, but that's fair. We're almost done, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for your patience at the beginning of this when I was like 10 minutes late. I don't think I've ever been that late before. Oh, and Monica said somewhere up there, fake testimonials. Yeah. Do you think the testimonials are actually true, or do you think like they write it themselves, or they like do put it into an AI? What is your opinion? I feel like maybe some of them are true, because like the ones that she showed seemed a bit more natural, but I do think others that just say, wow, this is life changing over and over again, I feel like those are probably fake. I already have a team. Is this for me? Totally. This bootcamp is designed for those looking to sponsor their first team member or scale their team. And that's because no matter where you are in your direct sales journey, learning the right mindset, telling a magnetic story, and sharing your business the right way is crucial to your growth. There's always unquantifiable methods that we have to use to achieve financial success, and there's no way to prove whether or not we actually did it. So if we follow Rachel Perry's method to a T, and then we come back to her and say, hey, why aren't we making any money? She's going to say, well, you just didn't learn the right mindset. Oh, you just didn't tell a magnetic story, so it's your fault. Well, I did tell a story, but it just wasn't magnetic, so you need to work on that. It's just a way to blame us, even though it's so sad because the system is set up for us to not make money, but the blame always comes back on the distributors. Where is the bootcamp happening? It's all going down inside our pop-up Facebook group, which is so interesting that she labeled the Facebook group as an extra, as a bonus, when the whole ass challenge is inside the Facebook group. Why am I getting annoyed? It's always the freaking websites that I get the most annoyed about. Okay, calm down. Will this help me get new team members? For sure, friend. I'm sharing the same strategies I teach in my no-pressure direct seller program that have resulted in new team members. When you take action, that's when the magic happens. Will I be able to ask Rachel questions? You bet. I will be teaching inside our pop-up Facebook group, and there to answer questions you have throughout the bootcamp. What if I can't make it live? She'll send out an email. Okay. So Monica believes it's fake for sure. You think the testimonials are fake? Oh, Rosie, what do you mean jamming out? Did she say something about jamming out? Oh, maybe I should have actually read it. However, I'll be jamming out and answering questions live. So I highly recommend you show up and make the time. If you don't prioritize your business, when will you? That's a really privileged thing to say, make the time. But not everybody can. Not everyone has the ability to be flexible with how they spend their time. If they're a single parent, if they're taking care of a sick parent, if they're sick themselves, if they're going through something in their life, not everyone can make the time to watch your Facebook Live videos. I do appreciate, though, that you do email it out after, but I don't appreciate the subtle guilt trip that you're putting in there. So thank you, Rosie, for bringing that up. We're almost done. We'll just read this and then we'll be finished. Woo! I'm here to help you get your next team member and create a repeatable system so you don't just stop with one new recruit. Just because you call it a repeatable system instead of a duplicatable system does not mean that you're doing something unique. This is exactly the same thing that every other person teaches. They might say scale, they'll say duplicate, but it's the same thing. You are the first MLM coach, though, who has called it a repeatable system, at least the first one that I've seen. The truth is, the direct sales industry is changing. What worked back in the day just doesn't cut it anymore, especially when it comes to sharing your business. How do you know? Because I'm in it. Which MLM were you in, Rachel? I should have looked that up. Not going to do it right now because my computer's messed, but I should have done that. Maybe in my next Rachel Perry video, I will look that up for you guys. Having built my own direct sales business, I learned how frustrating it can be to grow a downline using the old, outdated strategies that just don't work anymore. After working with thousands of direct sellers, I discovered the 3 most important ingredients to growing your downline: your belief, attracting the right people, and sharing the business opportunity. So join me in the Direct Sellers Team Building Bootcamp to take your business and your team to the next level. So I'm going to stop this. Maybe I'll get my face back up on the screen. It's always about your belief in the business opportunity, your belief in the product, and your belief in the industry. If one of those things is not, if your belief in one of those areas is absent, then you are not going to be successful in your business. That's also very similar in just normal sales, because you have to believe in the product, you have to believe in the market, that people actually buy the product, and then you have to have belief in the company as well. So it's interesting to see that parallel. But what do we think? I think the most, in my opinion, manipulative part is the creating a magnifying story that will help your prospects relate to you and will want to get your prospects to join your business. I think, like a lot of you have said, if our business is just so life-changing and amazing, then we don't need to play on people's emotions and trauma and maybe a childhood full of like turmoil. We don't need to be manipulating them with bringing up those emotions. We should not have to convince people if our business opportunity is so great. Also, if Amway is so brilliant, we should be able to say the name of Amway, right? And people would still want to join our business. I know that's off topic, but it's just so interesting that we have to convince people to join, because if it was so brilliant, we wouldn't need to convince them. Okay, that was rambly. Sorry, friends. But that was very fun. I really enjoyed the video we did today. I'm really happy I got it to work. I'm happy people actually watched me. That's so fun. I work on call. I can't make the time. Exactly. I didn't even say that. Some jobs you can't make the time. Like, what if you're a police officer and you work your hours and you can't just skip it? You can't just take a break, go take your lunch and listen to the training, right? Yeah, like there are doctors, there are police officers who can't just simply make the time. That's not how some jobs work. It's not how life works. Okay. So this is all I have for today. Either like tomorrow or not tomorrow, Sunday or Monday, I want to do an Amway video where an older, I don't know if he's still around, but an older Amway distributor telling us how to schedule, how to set an Amway opportunity meeting. And I think it's going to be a really cool video. I heard Erin talk about doing a stream with someone on Sunday that I would want to see. And so, like, I think when she books that, maybe I'll try to schedule mine around it, because I want to watch Erin stream live, because I don't always get to watch her live. And so I want to try to do that for sure. Let's start an M1 selling fish drinks. You can't see my drink. You can't see it. My freaking blur. Do it. Oh, Charlie's in. That's awesome. If your mom is so wonderful. Yes. I feel like you and I have said this so many times, Monica. Yes, you should be like, hey, I'm in Arbonne. It's amazing. You should join. Right? Because think about like corporate recruiters who say go to universities and see if any new grads would want to work for their company. They're not hiding the name of their company. They want the potential prospects to know so that prospect can go home and apply for their jobs. They're not going to hide it. Anyway, okay, so that's all I have. Thank you so much for sticking around and being patient with me because of my technical difficulties. And I will see you guys for my next stream. Bye!